Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Not 2K in the world. Welcome back to another NBA 2K25 My Team video. Thank y'all for checking me out. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And shout out to Fruit Loop King for subscribe today. I had posted a video earlier today, and they were able to subscribe, so I definitely appreciate it. And let's get into it. So I wanted to cover some budget players. Most of these players will be under, I would say, 10 and 15K. All right. Saw a budget player video the other day, and everybody was like 50, 60K. I'm like, yeah, that's not really budget players. But anyways, let's get into it. All right. So the first guy I want to talk about is Malcolm Brogdon. He's an Emerald card, and I just think he's very good for his price. I mean, get him for probably like $2,500, but he's 6'4", 229. He has an 86.3, 70 drop and dunk, and his defense is respectable at a 77. Alright, so he's my starting point guard right now. Also, if you don't have the free starter kit, John Stockton, he goes from an Emerald all the way up to a Ruby card. So go ahead and make sure you play and get him to get a free card as well. Another card that I was looking at that I just bought yesterday was John Starks. His stats are like mid 70s, but I think he'll be good for offline plays, breakout, things like that. Salary cap, but he's 6'5", 180. 78.3, 75 driving and dunk, 79 perimeter, and 78 steal. So his card last year in 2K24 was really good. Used him all year, especially for salary cap. Alright. Another card that I think you could definitely pick up who's relatively cheap is a player I've never heard of before, TR Dunn. But he get him for nearly $1,300. But he's 6'4", 192. Alright. So if you're a three-point shooter, this is not the card for you. Alright, so people will gap him, force him to shoot. He has an 80 driving dunk, so I like to drive the ball a bit more, 78 mid-range. But here, his defense, 93 perimeter, 92 steals, so he will be able to get stops on the defensive end, right? Then I also want to look at his badge count. He had 11 gold badges, trying to see if he has anything else worthy of talking about. Yeah, he has post lockdown, challenger, off ball pass, pit dodger, glove, and interceptor, and on ball menace, and immovable enforcer. All those are some of the top badges in the game. He has all of those on gold, so you don't have to add any badges to him. All right. And then one other card I wanted to talk about as well was Hal Greer, and this card is a Ruby card, and he's about 4,000 MT. All right, 6'2", 180. But I think overall his stats are pretty good. 88 3-pointer. If you like to shoot threes, maybe the guy for you. He does not have a high driving dunk, so he will not be dunking on anyone. But then also his perimeter defense is still respectable at an 85 and a 74 still. All right, so I covered these couple cards for the point guard position. All right, and all these cards were under 5K. All right. Now let's get into the shooting guard position. All right. The one card that I really like that I hope I can pick up relatively soon is Hubert Davis. All right. He's going for a little over 7,000, but overall he's 6'5", 183. All right. And then his 3-point shot is 94, 75 drop and dunk. Perimeter defense is 83. So those are the type of stats I look for as well. I like cards that can play defense, but they can also shoot. Alright, so me, I like to play on-ball defense. That's my style of play. I do not believe in off-balling. X-switching, that's a different thing, but just sitting in the corner on your center, yeah, that's not fun to play against. Alright. Another card that I really like is Grayson Allen. Now, I'm not a big 3-point shooter, but I was able to get him for pretty cheap, so I said, let me just try him on. His shot is really easy, so he's going for about 4,000. He's from a royalty set. Alright, so he's 6'4", but he has a 93 3-ball, 70 driving dunk, so he can still dunk. And I would definitely surround him with defensive-minded players and defensive cards. So you need like a boost off the bench, come around the screen, call one of the places called floppy. That should get your shooting guard or your small forward open against the computer at least, and then his shot is really easy to green as well. Alright, another honorable mention is Drew Holiday. Is a Sapphire card. He's actually really good as well. And another card that I picked up that dropped yesterday was Matisse Thybulle. Alright, so right here he's 1,500, as you can see, 6'5", 201, so good height. And then his stats are pretty good: 79 3-point, 70 drop and dunk, but look at the steal, 98. This is the emerald card, all right? So, 88 perimeter. So, I mean, you put this guy maybe even on some of the diamonds and peak diamonds, and he should be able to hold his own, all right? So we covered the point guard position, the shooting guard position, and now we're going to go to the small forward position, all right? So one of my favorite cards that dropped last week was Luol Deng. Yes, sir. Get him for under 2,000. If you know, Bulls fans, stand up. All right, Lakers fans, they probably still crying because they paid him a huge contract and he never fulfilled it. He would not play well. Like he had some injuries, but anyway, we're gonna talk about this card here, 6'9", 220. All right, but this is a very balanced card. Okay, 88 mid range, 83 point, 80 driving dunk, and 85 perimeter defense. So I played with this card on the park mode, my team park, and I played against free agent Giannis. I got a steal on him in the paint, made the guy quit, and me and the other guys were able to get the win. So I definitely like this card here. So he's under 2,000, definitely help you offline and maybe even online. Okay. Another card that dropped last week was Corey Brewer. All right. Relatively, in real life, a really good, just a good role player, right? But he's 6'9", 188. And I believe he won a championship with Joakim Noah with the Florida Gators, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all fact check me, leave a comment if I was right or wrong. And let's get into it. All right, so pretty balanced as well. 77 3-point, 85 driving dunk. And then his defense is a little bit better than Luol Deng, so 75 perimeter and 82 steal. So I definitely like this card as well. And then another small forward card that I was looking at was Kawhi Leonard. And just his Ruby card means relatively cheap. But I think he can definitely help your team if you need that particular position. And he can play power forward as well, but he's going for 15,000. He just always plays well in my team. He defends, has a nice easy shot, 81 mid-range, 77 3, 73 drive and dunk. Now this card's defense, even on the Ruby card, 86 perimeter, 73 interior, 73 steal. So he's going to be able to hold his own against other budget cards, okay? So we talked about Corey Brewer, Luol Deng, Kawhi Leonard. Now, the next position that was pretty hard to find budget cards for was power forward, all right? So the one card I definitely recommend you getting if you don't have them already, two cards actually, is, let me actually go to them right quick, is the free cards. You can get a free Amari Stoudemire, you go from an emerald all the way up to a ruby. Free Dennis Rodman for doing the challenges. I think the 90s era challenges, you can get him as well, just to fill in. And then there's my boy right here, Lamar Odom for the starter kit. As well, you go from an emerald all the way up to a ruby card, all right? But for power forward, I would definitely check out Paolo Banchero. He's like 1,500, and his player build is actually really, really good. Okay, I got him for free. But yeah, he's pretty decent. He's 6'10", 250, 82 mid-range, 75 3, 80 driving dunk. His defense is not great, but he's able to fill that need. Okay. A card that dropped yesterday, Dave DeBusschere. He's known as a really good defender, and he played for the Detroit Pistons. So let's go ahead and check him out. You can get him pretty cheap as well. But he's 6'6", so I would just remember that. And he plays the power forward or small forward position. I'll probably pay him at small forward. But decent stats, 83, 73, 85 driving dunk. And still is an 86, block 85, and his interior is an 88, and also good rebounding. Okay, so as far as going against budget cards and budget players, you should be able to hold his own. Just remember the limitations with this card. And then a few other options at power forward is like 30K. Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Giannis, they're about 30K. You can also pick up the Amethyst Jason Tatum for about 15K, but the Ruby 3 Jason Tatum is better. All right. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the center position. So actually one of my favorite centers in the game right now is Clint Capella. All right. He's a little expensive, but not too bad, right? But this guy, he just plays really well. I got him for free for doing the deluxe challenges, 8'6", 222. And man, this guy just slams everything. 95 slamming dunks. If he's in the paint underneath the rim, he's slamming on everybody, right? And then he also plays big inside to the 92 block, 92 interior, 90 and 94 for rebounding. Okay. Another card that you can get for free is okay, we have Yao Ming right there, but there was one other guy. Rudy Gobert. You get him from the starter kit. Okay. So let me go there. There we go. All right, so you can pick up Rudy Gobert as well. He plays inside as well, so he's free. Definitely pick him up and use him. Right. So this is my quick my team video, and I hope that I was able to help someone. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Leave comments. Let me know what I can do better. Let me know if you picked up any of these players and if they were able to help your team. And we out.